and says after a large group of people got off the train at the UIC Halstead stop, a man moved to the seat in front of her, turned around, and attacked.
God's name. She's made some before. Repeatedly.
The man wanted Jessica's phone. It was in her pocket. A woman who was with the attacker jumped in and punched her in the nose, breaking it. All the while, 2 male passengers stood by and watched.
Okay, I don't know how much of this you guys actually heard, but this is what's wrong with our fucking society. This woman is minding her own business on a train, and all of a sudden she starts getting beaten on, and there's 2 people watching this happen, and nobody steps in to help this woman, and she's just getting beaten, and she's getting beaten over a phone. This object right here. Why the hell would you beat somebody up over this device right here? It's a phone. Maybe they were going to sell it, but this object right here, the way it is useful, she's not the only one. That woman is not the only one. People get robbed of their phones. People get beat over their phones. There's probably even been people who have been murdered over this piece of technology right here. And I'm sure and of course, people have been beaten and murdered for less. What the fuck is wrong with us? What is wrong with the human race? And what's even more messed up with us is that we can't step in and help a person who is being beaten right in front of you. What the hell? This is what the world has come to now? Yeah, we got all this other shit going on, but when it really comes down to it, we can't even be fucking people anymore. We can't step in and help somebody when they're in trouble. Instead, we just sit there and watch it happen. And this is not the first time I've heard of stories like this. I've heard of people. I heard a story one time. I don't know how true this was. I didn't look it up or anything, but someone was beating up a child in a McDonald's restaurant, and nobody stepped in to help. That is the problem. We don't help each other anymore. We are so full of ourselves and so caught up on ourselves that we don't even bother to help another fucking human being. It's all about me, me, me. And we are sitting here talking about equality and being better people and all this, and we won't even fucking help somebody who's being beaten. Pretty hypocritical of the human race, wouldn't you say? And we do this over the stupidest shit. This is how violent and greedy we are as a species. We just beat each other up, kill each other, and do other horrible things to each other for no damn given reason. Just because. That is how violent we are. That is how greedy we are. That is how evil we are. And I want to believe that we're better than that as a species, as a community. I want to believe that we're better than that. But when I see crap like that on the news or in my feed, it just really makes me ashamed to be a person. And yes, we have people that will get on camera like I am doing now and talk about it and speak about it, but question is, how many of us would really do it? Sure, it's very simple for me to just turn on a video camera and talk about it, but how many people are actually going to do it? How many people are going to be better? How many people are actually going to stand up for other people when something like that is happening? Sure, we'll say it. It's easy to just type it as like, oh, I would have helped. I would have stepped in. How many of you would have actually done it, though? Be honest. How many of you would actually do it if you were in that kind of situation? I personally have never been in that kind of situation, but I have stood up for people before, and I have stood up for myself. And that is another thing. Not only do we not stand up for other people, we won't even stand up for ourselves, because we're a bunch of pussies. That's the only way I know how to put it. We're a bunch of cowards. We're a bunch of pussies. And we're a bunch of greedy, hypocritical wimps, essentially. That is what we have become now. And we don't care, and we're selfish. We don't care about anybody else but ourselves. And it's sickening. It's really sad to live in this world knowing all this crap that's going on and no one gives a damn about each other. They don't even give a damn about themselves. And I just wish we could change that. And I know humans are not going to change. We're stubborn. And yeah, I'm talking about all the bad things that we are, but I do believe that we have some good in us. But nobody wants to do it. I rarely hear about the good that people do on the news. I'm always hearing about the bad. I want to hear about the good. Like, that story about Robert Downey Jr. helping that little boy with cancer become Iron Boy. I want to hear more stories like that. I want to hear more stories about us doing good for each other. And it just... See, I'm actually starting to cry because I am so disappointed in other people. Because I am so disappointed. I am so ashamed to call myself a human being right now because of all the shit that goes on in the world today. And we're so focused on other things like Prince's death, which in itself is sad. It really is. But we're so focused on that we don't even give a shit about what else is going on in the world. But even though that in itself is sad, we need to focus less on the celebrities, and we need to focus more on the real issues that go on in the world. We're so caught up in our social media, and we're so caught up in our television and our phones and stuff like that. And of course, I'm guilty of it too. I'm a human being, and I make mistakes too. But we just need to be. We need to be more responsive to what's going on, and we need to do something about it. I just want to believe that we're better than this. And I know there's a lot of people that feel that way too. So instead of being a bunch of selfish and cowardly wusses, we need to come together and be stronger. We need to stand up for ourselves and learn to stand up for other people. Do the right thing. Even if you may get hurt in the process, you can, you still did something good for somebody else. But nobody seems to take the satisfaction in that anymore. That is one of the best things you could possibly do. Not only help yourself, but help another person in need. That is like one of the most satisfying things in the world. But nobody cares about it anymore, and that's all I see. And it's just really heartbreaking that we want to take satisfaction in things that don't even matter, instead of taking satisfaction in things that actually do matter, like helping your fellow man. But no, it's not like that anymore, and it's just really depressing, and it's just horrible. It's really sad. Why can't we just be better people? Why can't we be better as a community? Be better as just a species? Why do we have to be this way? For the stupidest reasons. There's no reason for us to be this way. It doesn't take much to be kind to another human being. It really doesn't. So, why can't we be? Think about that for a little bit, guys. And if you have any feedback or any comments or anything like that, you're more than welcome to leave them in the comments below. We'll discuss it. But yeah, just think about this for a while, okay?